Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the intricacies of relationships, self-worth, and the transformative power of emotional intelligence. Today, we're diving into a topic that strikes a chord with anyone who has ever felt undervalued, overlooked, or taken for granted in a relationship. She will regret losing you if you do this. The power of indifference. This isn't about manipulation, mind games, or trying to force someone to see your worth. It's about understanding the profound impact of self-respect, confidence, and emotional independence. When you master the art of indifference, not in a cold or detached way, but in a way that reflects your unwavering self-worth, you create a shift that can change the entire dynamic of a relationship. Let's unpack this in detail. Indifference in this context is not about shutting down emotionally or pretending you don't care. It's about reaching a place where your happiness, peace, and sense of fulfillment are no longer tied to someone else's actions, words, or validation. It's about recognizing your own intrinsic value and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. When you stop chasing, begging, or pleading for someone's attention or affection, you send a powerful message that you are complete on your own, and their presence in your life is a choice, not a necessity. This shift in energy is magnetic. It's not about making someone regret losing you out of spite or revenge. It's about living in such a way that your absence is felt deeply because your presence was so meaningful and valuable. So, what does it mean to practice this kind of indifference? It starts with self-awareness. You have to take a hard, honest look at your own behavior and ask yourself, am I prioritizing someone else's happiness over my own? Am I sacrificing my peace of mind, my goals, or my self-respect for the sake of keeping someone in my life? When you begin to redirect that energy inward, focusing on your personal growth, your passions, and your well-being, you naturally become less dependent on external validation. This doesn't mean you stop caring about the person. It means you care about yourself just as much, if not more. And that's where the power lies. Let's talk about why this works. Human psychology is fascinating in the way it responds to perceived value. When you're constantly available, overly accommodating, or overly invested in someone else's approval, you inadvertently lower your own perceived value in their eyes. It's not that they don't care about you, it's that they start to take you for granted because they assume you'll always be there no matter what. But when you step back, focus on yourself, and demonstrate that your world doesn't revolve around them, you create a sense of mystery and independence that is inherently attractive. Suddenly, they're forced to confront the reality that you're not just an option, you're a priority, but only if they choose to treat you that way. Now let's be clear, this isn't about playing hard to get or pretending to be someone you're not. Authenticity is key. The goal isn't to manipulate someone into wanting you. It's to cultivate a mindset where you no longer need their validation to feel whole. When you embody this mindset, something interesting happens. The person who once took you for granted begins to see you in a new light. They notice your confidence, your independence, and the fact that you're no longer waiting around for them to dictate your worth. This can be a wake-up call for them, but here's the key. You're not doing this for their reaction. You're doing it for yourself. Whether they regret losing you or not, you've already won because you've reclaimed your power. You've shown yourself that you're capable of standing strong, even in the face of uncertainty or rejection. It's important to note that this process isn't easy. It requires a lot of inner work, self-reflection, and emotional resilience. You might have to confront uncomfortable truths about your own behavior, such as why you've been willing to settle for less than you deserve, or why you've been so afraid of losing someone who doesn't fully appreciate you. But every step you take towards self-empowerment is a step toward a healthier, more fulfilling life. And the beauty of this approach is that it's not just about romantic relationships, it applies to friendships, family dynamics, and even professional relationships. When you stop seeking validation from others and start validating yourself, you set a standard for how you deserve to be treated in every area of your life. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What if they don't regret losing you? What if you practice indifference, focus on yourself, and they still walk away? This is where the true power of indifference comes into play. The goal isn't to make someone regret losing you. The goal is to reach a place of emotional freedom where you're no longer controlled by the fear of losing someone. When you achieve that, you'll find that the right people will gravitate toward you, not because they feel obligated, but because they genuinely value what you bring to the table. And if someone does walk away, you'll be able to let them go with grace, knowing that your worth isn't diminished by their choice. In the end, the power of indifference is about self-respect. It's about understanding that you are enough, just as you are, and that no one else has the power to define your value. When you live from this place, you create a life that's rich, fulfilling, and unshakable. You become the kind of person who attracts healthy, reciprocal relationships because you've set a standard for how you deserve to be treated. And if someone can't meet that standard, you're able to walk away without bitterness or regret, knowing that you've honored yourself. So, if you've ever felt like you're not being appreciated or valued in a relationship, remember this. The most powerful thing you can do is to focus on yourself, cultivate your own happiness, and let go of the need for external validation. When you do that, everything else falls into place. You become the hero of your own story, and that's a story worth living. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on relationships, personal growth, and the art of living a life you love. See you in the next video.